Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. Okay, so I am currently right now doing this on my computer because I really wanted to touch on a subject and it's like really late at night. So, because I have been and done my own nails, it's horrible. But okay, so for the last couple of days, I have been thinking about this and thinking about if I should do this as a video, and I'm constantly thinking about this, and it's about companies. I work at a company, and first, customer service is first at this company. Customer service is very important to this company. Yet I feel like with most other companies, customer service isn't that important anymore, and that's what I wanted to touch on. Okay, so I have been talking to a couple of people. I've been listening to a couple of videos, and customer service just doesn't seem important. Like it's more about luring like using lawyers to basically talk to these customers, and I just feel like what happened to customer service? Shouldn't customer service be important? You know, for the last couple of years, and this is why I know customer service is important. I go to the mall, I shop at stores. I don't shop at certain stores because the customer service in there is crap. I could tell you a whole bunch of stories about different companies. I'm not going to say names because I'm not trying to get sued up in here. Because I honestly, I feel like companies just want to sue you when you put out when you put their companies out in bad light. First of all, here's the problem. Okay, you as a company who is getting money from customers, paying customers, if someone has a bad experience, what you should do as a company is tell the customer how sorry you are, how you're going to try to fix the problem and actually fix the problem. That's what I feel like companies should do. If I owned a company, this is what I would do. This is what great customer service is, and this is why certain companies are why people constantly go to certain companies. Like I constantly go to the same place simply because the customer service is freaking awesome. No matter where I go, no matter if it's online or in the store, the customer service is amazing, and that's why I continue to shop at certain places. Okay, so I went to the mall a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going into a certain store which I never shop at because I just didn't feel like I had a need to shop there. But I'm starting to like shirts way more. So I decided to go in this certain store, and I was trying to figure out what kind of shirt I wanted, like what kind of shirt did I feel like I would actually wear on a daily basis. And the first employee was really helpful. She was an amazing employee. I would recommend her up and down if I knew her name, but I don't, and I'm not shouting on companies in this video. Okay, so I got help by an employee, and I go up to the second employee. Now, mind you, I'm waiting in line. There's only one other person in front of me, and this guy, the employee who's doing the transaction, is all being helpful to the guy, and he's like recommending all this stuff, and he's asking if they want this in this card that they use in the store now, and he's being he because it's a guy, he is being really helpful to the customer. Okay, he gets up, so I get up to the register. This guy, it doesn't say nothing to me. He's just like, oh, this is how much it is, do this, do that. He doesn't even offer me the card. He doesn't offer me anything. Like, he doesn't offer me, he doesn't ask me if I want a card. Maybe I want to come back. I don't know. He doesn't offer me nothing. So literally from that point on, I kind of just didn't want to even do the transaction. But because the other employee was actually nice to me, I finished the transaction and I left the store, but I will not go back because that cashier was crap. He helped the other person but didn't help me. I just felt like that was just really, that was not right. That was not okay in my book. I didn't feel helped at all by the cashier, and I just felt like I wasn't being respected. That's truly how I felt, and I was so disappointed because that store was a really nice store. But you know what? I'm just gonna shop online because I refuse to go back and spend my money there. Not gonna spend my money in that store. Okay, so the second one, I go into another store, and this is like a couple of days later. I go into another store, and I'm just checking it out. I don't usually shop at this store, because they don't. Not that they don't cater to my size. I just never felt like they did. But I've looked up at a lot of YouTube videos. I looked up a lot of stuff, and they actually do. Like I would only buy their shirts, but they actually did. So I was going into the store, and I especially wanted to try out their shoes and their jewelry. I didn't know where anything was, but I went into the store, and there's the employee to the side who I didn't even know I did not know about the store at all. And I literally directed my eyes to the employee, and the employee looked at me, looked down, and continued to do what she was doing. I was so disrespected by just that moment. Like, no one said hi, no one said hi, welcome to so and so. She just looked at me all rude, and then walked away. And I was just like, I didn't know what to do. Like, honestly, I looked in there for like 2 minutes and walked out because I wasn't about to spend my money in a store where the employees are rude. Once again, another point where I'm not going to shop at the store. Okay, so another time, and this is not even in the same center. This is like a year to 2 years ago. I go to a counter. Okay, so I'm buying makeup at this counter, and the other employees were all nice and helpful. So I pay for my stuff, and I'm about to walk away from the counter, and this other employee who's just getting in looks at me all rude, like apparently I'm a problem. So, once again, unfortunately, because of that employee, I never shopped at that counter ever again. I never went back. I chose to go like 10 more miles to go to a different counter because the employee was rude. And I refuse to shop at places where the people are rude. I'm not going to do that. I don't care. And, maybe I could have called the manager, but what's the point of that? This is once again a problem with the companies because they don't do jack shit. When you tell them a problem, they don't do nothing. They say they're going to talk to the employee, and who knows if they actually do because the person still acts the same way. So I do not deal with. I don't deal with that. I don't like rude people. I hate being disrespected because I'm sitting here paying my money to this company, and I'm being treated as if I'm an issue. Like, seriously, I don't appreciate that. I did not appreciate that. I feel like these companies are just, they don't care about them. They don't care about the customers anymore. And the customers are so important because literally these customers are paying their hard-earned money to you, who as a company you would think that maybe I should actually care about my customers, but I feel like companies no longer care. Companies are all about themselves. They don't care. They don't care as long as they're getting money. Who gives a shit if the customer is not being treated correctly? And I feel like that's just a jackass move. Like I feel like that's ridiculous. And the whole using lawyers as an in between the company and the customer is retarded. That doesn't make sense. Why am I being sued for voicing my opinion about your store? Okay? Why don't you, as a flipping company, try to fix the problem? How about that? Just fix the problem before you decide you're going to sue someone. Like, I don't understand. First of all, your employee, you shouldn't be treating your customers like shit. Your employee shouldn't be talking down to your customers, okay? Like, seriously, your employees are supposed to help the customers, not be rude. And don't be rude to these customers. I'm telling you, as an employee, don't do something like that, because when you walk into the store, you're wearing their uniform. You're now part of that company. That company's reputation is now relying on you. And if you're sitting up there being rude to the customers, you know what that's gonna tell? Was you know that's sorry. You know what that's gonna say? That the company is crap. That the company is rude. The company doesn't deserve my money, because that's exactly how I feel with most of these companies. That's why I don't shop at most stores. You know, sometimes when I go in a store, I know they don't cater to me, but I like the shirts, so I go in there. And you know what? If they treat me with respect, I'm gonna keep coming back. If you don't treat me with respect, don't expect me to spend my money in your store. Don't expect me to come back. Don't expect me to do nothing. I honestly, I just wanted to come in here, like, yeah, it's a rant. It is a rant because felt I felt so disrespected coming into these stores and being treated as if I was an issue to the employee. For employees who work at stores, okay? I don't care what happens in your house. I don't care what happens between you going home and you coming to work. I don't care. Okay, my manager and all the owners of the store and owners of certain stores that I used to work at told me that as soon as you walk into my store and you're working here, your problems are out the door. Okay, you better have a smile on your face and you better treat these customers like respect, because the customers have to come first. Okay, seriously, customers have to come first. And if you can't treat your customers with respect, expect to lose money or expect to lose your job. Don't expect to stay here if you're going to constantly act like an asshole. It's a wrap, because I just honestly feel like these companies should pay more attention to your customers. Seriously, pay more attention to your customers. They're important for a reason. They're giving you their money. Pay attention to them. I I just honestly, I just had to come up here and just say that. I was thinking about it a lot, and I totally agree with some people on YouTube who are just like, these companies, these employees feel like they're so fucking entitled, and you're not. You're an employee. The customers have to come first. Seriously, you know, and it's true. Sometimes when I work, there are customers who do feel that way, and I'm not gonna sit up. I don't argue with them. I don't scream at them. I calmly explain to them the situation, and if they still don't want to talk to me, I will just go to a manager and ask the manager to do it, because they're more likely to listen to a manager than a lowly employee. It's I don't waste my time getting mad at these customers, because you know what? They may have had a hard day. I don't know. I don't know your life. I don't know nothing about you. I just work here. Like, I really do. So that's what I wanted to say. I know this is kind of a long video, and I know I probably ran on a little bit, but I just wanted to come up here and talk about that, because I feel like this needs to be talked about. I feel like companies need to pay more attention to what their customers are saying. YouTube is so big. Social media has become so huge. It's a problem for companies as well, because these customers are going to go on YouTube and talk about their experience. That's why customer service should be important. Seriously, people and companies need to pay more attention to how they are treating people. That's honestly all I wanted to say. I didn't really want this video to be long, but it is. I'm sorry about that, but hopefully y'all enjoying your night or day, because I'm gonna end up putting this up at like 12 p.m. I don't know, but hopefully y'all enjoy this day. If y'all had bad experiences with companies, please put it down below. I would definitely would love to know, because trust me, I have a ton more of bad experience at stores, and I could seriously go on to like 40, 50 minutes with this, but I'm not. I'm done. So I will see y'all guys in my later videos. So bye, guys.